Dr. Maya Trent sat at her small desk in her apartment in New York City. The sun was setting outside, casting a soft orange glow through the window. She was tired after a long day of work at the university, where she studied life forms from other planets. Even after years of studying aliens, Maya never stopped feeling amazed by how different life could be beyond Earth. Her small room was filled with books, small models of spaceships, and pictures of strange creatures from other worlds. But today, something unusual was about to happen, something Maya never expected. Her computer suddenly beeped, looked at the screen and saw a strange message. It was not like any email or text she had ever received before. It was a glowing, floating image of a beautiful crystal. The crystal changed colors slowly, shining in blues and greens, like it was alive. Underneath the crystal, words appeared in a language Maya had never seen. Then the words slowly changed into English. "Dr. Maya Trent, you are invited to visit the planet Azrelia," the message said. "Princess Seraphine requests your presence. This is a personal invitation." Maya blinked in surprise. Azrelia. She had heard the name before. It was a distant planet far beyond the solar system, home to the Azrelians, a mysterious alien race. The Azrelians were known for their beautiful cities and strange way of speaking without words, used colors and feelings to communicate. Very few humans had ever met them. But why would a princess of Azrelea invite her? Maya thought back to the last time she met an Azrelian many years ago during a space conference on Earth. Princess Seraphine was there. Young and graceful, with her skin glowing softly in purple and blue shades. They had spoken once, briefly, about science and friendship. Maya smiled softly, remembering that moment. She had always felt a strange connection with Seraphine, something beyond just friendship. But it was only a brief meeting, and then they had gone their separate ways. Now, an invitation to visit Azrelea. Maya's heart beat faster. This could be the chance of a lifetime. She also felt a small worry. What did the princess really want? She read the message again. There was no other information, just the invitation and the glowing crystal. Maya clicked on the reply button. She typed carefully, "Dear Princess Seraphine, thank you for your invitation. I am honored. Please let me know the details of travel and visit. Sincerely, Dr. Maya Trent." She sent the message and sat back. Would this be a peaceful visit or something more? 3 days later, Maya was at the spaceport. Her bags were packed lightly, just the basics. She was going to a new world, a new adventure. The large starship that would take her to Azrelea gleamed under the bright lights. She could see her reflection on its smooth metal surface. As she stepped inside, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. The ship was large and comfortable, with windows showing the stars outside. She found her seat and buckled in. Soon, the ship's engines hummed and the journey began. For days, Maya watched the stars move past. She thought about her work, her life on Earth, and about Seraphine. What kind of person was the princess now? Was she still the gentle and curious young woman Maya remembered? On the 4th day, the ship approached a strange sight. A planet covered in glowing forests and floating cities appeared on the screen. Maya pressed her face close to the window. The planet was breathtaking. Trees that sparkled like diamonds, rivers that shimmered with bright colors, and buildings that looked like giant flowers. The ship landed softly in a large crystal palace. The doors opened, and Maya stepped out into warm air. Then she felt calm and welcome, yet everything around her was new and strange. Then Seraphine appeared. The princess was more beautiful than Maya remembered. Her skin glowed softly with light, changing colors like the crystal from the message. Her eyes shone with kindness and intelligence. Seraphine smiled as she walked forward, her long silver hair flowing behind her. "Maya," Seraphine said in a gentle voice. "Welcome to Azrelea. I am glad you came." Maya smiled back. "Thank you, princess. Your planet is amazing." Seraphine took Maya's hand and led her inside the palace. The walls were alive with colors and light, shifting like a living painting. Maya felt as if she had stepped into a dream. They walked through halls filled with glowing plants and soft music. Seraphine spoke softly, telling Maya stories of Azrelea, about their culture, their history, and their hopes. But Maya noticed something strange. Sometimes Seraphine's gaze would turn serious, almost sad, and sometimes she looked away quickly as if hiding something. Later, in the palace garden, Maya asked, "Princess, why did you invite me here? Is there something you need from me?" Seraphine paused and looked at the glowing flowers. "There is something important, Maya," she said. "Cerealia faces a challenge, one that our people cannot solve alone. Kind have something special to offer." Maya listened closely. "What kind of challenge?" Seraphine looked deep into Maya's eyes. "Our people are losing something precious. Our connection to each other, to our feelings, to creativity, is fading. Call it the silent drift. If it continues, our world will lose its heart." Maya's mind raced. Could this be why Seraphine's invitation was more than a friendly visit? "We need new ideas," Seraphine continued. "New ways of thinking. I believe humans, with their unpredictability and passion, might help us find a way." Maya took a deep breath. "I will help however I can, Princess." Seraphine smiled, the sadness lifting from her face. "Thank you, Maya. Together, we may save my people." The morning light came gently through the tall windows of the Crystal Palace. Dr. Maya. Trent woke up feeling excited and a little nervous. Today, Princess Seraphine had promised to show her the real beauty of Azralia, the places and secrets. Few outsiders had ever seen Maya dressed quickly and joined Seraphine in the bright hall. The princess was already waiting, her skin glowing softly in shades of blue and violet. She smiled warmly. "Are you ready, Maya?" Seraphine asked. Maya nodded. "I'm ready." Together, they stepped outside. The palace gardens stretched before them like a dream. Trees with glowing leaves reached high into the sky, their branches twisting like silver ribbons. Flowers shone in colors Maya had never seen. Bright gold, deep purple, and sparkling white. "Azralia is alive," Seraphine said proudly. "Everything here grows with light and music. The plants respond to feelings, and they sing with the wind." Maya reached out to touch a flower, felt soft and warm, almost like it was breathing. As she touched it, the petals glowed brighter. She smiled in wonder. "How is this possible?" Maya asked. Seraphine's eyes shone. "Our scientists have learned to work with nature, not against it. We use a special kind of energy connected to the planet itself. It is called Luma. Luma is life and light, and it flows through everything." Maya thought about the plants on Earth, how dull and silent they seemed compared to these glowing trees. Here nature and technology were not separate, they were one. Seraphine led her to a path that floated in the air, a walkway made of shimmering crystal. As they walked, they rose above the gardens and saw the city of Azralia. The city was like nothing Maya had ever seen. Buildings looked like giant flowers, their petals opening and closing slowly. Now bridges arched gracefully between towers made of light. Floating platforms carried people softly across the sky. Maya's eyes grew wide. "It's beautiful," she said. "Thank you," Seraphine replied. "Azralia is our home and our heart." They reached a large plaza filled with creatures walking calmly. The Azraelians were tall and slender, with smooth skin that changed color with their feelings. Their eyes were bright and deep, full of kindness. Maya noticed something amazing. The Azraelians did not speak with words. Instead, they shared feelings through colors and soft light pulses that shimmered around them. It was like they were always connected to each other. One young Azraelian approached them. His skin shone green, the color of friendship and calm. He smiled at Maya and touched her hand gently. Maya felt a warm wave of welcome wash over her. Seraphine said, "This is Laryl, one of our best healers. He will help you understand our people better." Laryl nodded and motioned for Maya to follow him. They walked to a quiet building made of crystal and vines. Inside, Maya saw many devices that looked like delicate flowers and glowing threads, Laryl explained. "We study emotions here, how they flow through our minds and hearts." God. But lately, many of us have felt something strange. A dullness, a quiet sadness that we cannot explain. Maya remembered Seraphine's words about the silent drift. She felt a deep sympathy for these gentle beings. As the day went on, Seraphine took Maya to places filled with wonder. They visited the light wells, deep pools of water that glowed with soft light. When Maya looked into them, she saw reflections not just of herself, but of her memories and dreams. "It is a way to see inside your soul," Seraphine said softly. "We use this to understand each other better." Maya felt tears in her eyes. She had never experienced anything like this before. Here, feelings were not hidden or ignored. They were celebrated and shared. Later, they flew over a forest where the trees sang. The wind carried their music through the air, a soft melody that touched Maya's heart. At sunset, they returned to the palace. Maya was tired, but happy. She felt like she had seen a new world full of magic and hope. But that night, as she lay in her room, Maya could not stop thinking about the sadness Seraphine had mentioned. What was causing it? And why did the princess trust her enough to ask? For help, the next morning, Maya met Seraphine again. The princess was waiting with a serious look. "Maya," she said, "I want to show you something very important. It's something that will help you understand why I asked you here." Led Maya to a secret part of the palace. The walls were covered with glowing symbols and images that moved like living stories. "This is the history chamber," Seraphine explained. "Here we keep the memories of Azralia, the stories of our people, our triumphs and our losses." Maya watched as the images changed. She saw Azraelians long ago, full of joy and creativity. They built amazing cities, sang songs that could heal, and shared love freely. But then the images grew darker. Maya saw faces that looked tired and distant. Colors faded. The music grew soft and sad. "This is the silent drift," Seraphine said quietly. "It is not a disease, but a slow loss of our deepest feelings. Our minds become quiet, our hearts closed. Without our connection to each other, we lose who we are." Maya's heart ached for the princess and her people. Seraphine looked at her. "We have tried everything we know to stop it, but nothing works. That's why I invited you." Maya took a deep breath. "You think humans can help?" "Yes," Seraphine said firmly. "Humans have something different. Strong emotions, creativity, and sometimes chaos. But that is also your strength. You feel deeply, and you can adapt." Maya nodded slowly. "I want to help, but I will need to learn much from you first." Seraphine smiled. "And I will teach you everything. Together, we can find a way to save Azralia." As the sun set again over the glowing planet, Maya felt a new sense of purpose. She was far from Earth in a world full of light and mystery. But now, she was ready to face the challenge ahead. The soft glow of Azraelia's twin moons lit the palace garden as Dr. Maya Trent sat quietly, watching the glowing flowers sway gently in the warm breeze. Her mind was full of questions, but she knew one thing for certain. This visit was more than just a friendly meeting. Princess Seraphine had invited her for a purpose, and tonight she hoped to learn what that purpose was. Seraphine joined Maya, her skin glowing softly in shades of deep blue. She sat beside her friend and looked. "Up at the stars?" Maya Seraphine began, her voice gentle but serious. "There is something I have not yet told you." Maya turned to face her. "I'm ready to listen." Seraphine took a deep breath. "Azralia is dying, but not in the way you might think. Our planet's environment is perfect. Clean air, pure water, vibrant life, everywhere. But something is breaking inside us, inside our minds and hearts." Maya frowned. "You mean the silent drift you told me about?" "Yes," Seraphine nodded. "It is a slow, invisible problem. It started many years ago, small at first, but now it spreads quickly. Our people are losing their connection to their feelings. We are becoming distant from one another, less creative, less joyful." Maya looked around at the glowing plants and the soft music in the air. It was hard to imagine this beautiful place, filled with sadness. "How does it happen?" Maya asked. "No one knows for sure," Seraphine said. "Some believe it is a natural cycle of our species. Others think it is caused by something in our environment. But the truth is, our traditional ways of healing and science have failed. We are trapped in a slow silence, Maya felt a pang of sympathy. It reminded her of some problems on Earth, when people lose hope or forget how to care for each other. Seraphine continued, "That is why I sent the invitation. I needed someone from outside, someone different, someone who thinks and feels in ways we do not." Maya was quiet for a moment. "You mean you think humans can help?" Seraphine smiled softly. "I do. Humans are not perfect. You are unpredictable, emotional, and sometimes chaotic. But you are also creative, passionate, and adaptable. These are qualities our people have lost." Maya felt a strange pride mixed with worry. She'd never imagined that her species could be the key to saving another world. "But," Seraphine added, "I did not invite you only for friendship or knowledge. I need your help to find new ways to bring life back to Azrilia's heart. I want you to work with our healers, our scientists, and our artists." Maya nodded slowly. "I will do my best, but I will need your guidance." "You will have it," Seraphine promised. "But there is more. Some of our people do not trust outsiders. They fear change and see humans as unpredictable. You will have to earn their trust." Maya sighed, understanding the challenge. "Then we have much work ahead." The next day, Seraphine introduced Maya to the Council of Elders, the leaders of Azrilia. They were tall, wise beings whose skin shimmered like the night sky. Some looked curious, others cautious. "Welcome, Dr. Trent," said Elder Yalin, his voice calm but firm. "We have heard of your skills and your unusual emotional strength. It is rare among visitors to our world." Maya bowed her head slightly. "Thank you for welcoming me. I hope to work together to help your people." The council members exchanged glances. One elder, a woman named Ari, spoke up. "Our traditions are ancient and sacred. Many here do not believe a human can understand our ways." Seraphine answered quickly, "That is why Maya is here, to bring new ideas, to open doors we have not yet seen." The council agreed to give Maya time and access to their research and healing centers. It was not an easy decision, but they saw the truth in Seraphine's words. Over the following days, Maya worked alongside Azrilian healers and scientists. She studied their methods and shared stories of human emotions, art, and culture. One afternoon, she met Laryl, the young healer she had met earlier. He was kind and curious, eager to learn. "Tell me about your people," Maya asked. Laryl smiled softly. "We value harmony and balance. We believe in peace and unity. But now, many feel like they are trapped in silence." Maya nodded. "On Earth, people use music, art, and stories to express feelings. Sometimes chaos brings new ideas." Laryl looked thoughtful. "Chaos. That is dangerous to us. But also, it may be the spark we need." Together, they began experimenting with new techniques, mixing Azrilian empathy practices with human creativity. Maya introduced ideas like storytelling and emotional expression through art. Slowly, small groups of Azilians began to feel the changes. Colors brightened, their smiles returned. One evening, Maya and Seraphine sat in the palace courtyard, watching the stars. "Do you think we can save your people?" Maya asked. Seraphine looked hopeful. "With your help, I believe we can. But it will take time, patience, and trust." Maya smiled. "I am ready for that." Seraphine reached out and took Maya's hand. "Thank you for coming here, Maya. You have given us hope." Maya squeezed her hand gently. "We will face this challenge together." The days on Azrilia grew brighter with each passing sunrise, but Maya knew the real battle was still inside the hearts of the Azrilians. The silent drift was subtle, invisible to most eyes, but its effects were clear in the quiet spaces between. Conversations, in the dullness of smiles, and in the fading colors of the people's skin. Maya had been working alongside Seraphine and the Azrilian healers for weeks now. She had learned much about their ways, how they shared feelings through colors and light, how their minds connected without words. But she also brought new ideas, ideas that sometimes seemed strange to the Azriels. One morning, Maya met with Laryl and a small group of healers in the glowing Hall of Healing. a place where energy flowed like rivers of light. The healers gathered around a table filled with glowing crystals and strange devices that seemed to pulse softly with life. Maya looked at the Azraelians, their colors shifting with curiosity and caution. On Earth, she began, we often use stories, music, and art to express feelings. Sometimes people share their fears, hopes, and dreams through these things. It helps them connect, heal, and grow. Laryl tilted his head, his skin turning. A bright shade of yellow, the color of interest. Odd. But our ways are calm, peaceful. Chaos is rare here. That is true, Maya agreed. But sometimes, a little chaos can create new paths. It can shake the mind free from silence and open new doors. One healer raised a soft blue hand. How can chaos help us? We value balance and calmness above all. Maya smiled gently. Chaos does not mean harm. It means change, surprise, and emotion, things humans feel deeply. When we create music or tell stories, sometimes the unexpected happens, and that sparks new feelings. Laryl nodded slowly. You could try, show us. Maya felt hope bloom. In her chest, this was the beginning. Over the next days, Maya introduced small workshops where Azraelians could try human forms of expression. They painted with colors that changed with their moods. They created songs with rhythms that shifted unexpectedly. And they shared stories filled with emotion. At first, many Azraelians were hesitant. The colors flickered with confusion and worry. But gradually, their skin brightened with excitement and surprise. The silent drift seemed to loosen its grip. One afternoon, Seraphine joined a workshop. She watched as a group of young Azraelians laughed while creating a chaotic melody. On glowing instruments, her skin shimmered in joyful colors Maya had not seen in weeks. Maya, Seraphine said quietly, "This is beautiful. You have opened a new way for my people to feel again." Maya smiled, feeling a warmth inside. Your people have so much light, it just needed a different path. But not everyone was pleased. Elder Ari visited the palace one evening, her skin flickering with doubt and caution. She requested a private meeting with Seraphine and Maya, in a quiet chamber filled with soft light. Ari spoke firmly. Princess Maya's ideas are usual. They break our traditions. Some of our people fear that this chaos will bring harm, not healing. Seraphine met her eyes calmly. Change is always difficult, Elder, but if we do nothing, we lose everything. Ari sighed. I worry for our people. Will they accept these new ways? Maya stepped forward. I understand your fears, Elder, but the silent drift is already changing your people. What we are trying is not destruction, but renewal. Humans feel deeply, and sometimes our chaos is our greatest strength. Ari studied Maya for a long moment. Finally, she nodded. Then we must proceed carefully. Watch the people closely. The following weeks were a time of hope and challenge. Maya worked harder than ever, teaching, listening, and learning from the Azraelians. The workshops grew larger, filled with laughter, music, and bright colors. Maya noticed a change in herself, too. She felt more connected, more alive in this strange, glowing world. The friendship between her and Seraphine grew deeper, built on trust and shared purpose. One day, Maya was invited to visit the Council of Creativity, a group of artists, musicians, and thinkers who were the soul of Azraelian culture. They welcomed her warmly, eager to learn from her. Maya shared stories of human art and culture, explaining how emotions, even difficult ones like fear or sadness, could be expressed and transformed into something beautiful. The council members listened intently, their skin glowing with interest. They began to create new forms of art, blending Azraelian light and color with human passion and unpredictability. The results were breathtaking. Light sculptures that danced like flames, songs that mixed soft harmony with wild rhythms, and stories that spoke of hope and change. One evening, Maya and Seraphine stood together on a balcony overlooking the glowing city. Below, the people moved with new energy, their colors brighter and their smiles wider. I never thought humans could teach us so much, Seraphine said softly. Your strength is your emotions, your ability to feel deeply and express freely. Maya smiled. And your strength is your connection, the way you share feelings and support each other. Together, we make something stronger. Serafina took Maya's hand. You have helped save Azrilia's heart, but our journey is not over. Nodded. I know, but I am ready to face whatever comes. The palace was quiet as the first light of Azrilia's twin suns touched the crystal towers. Dr. Maya. Trent stood by the tall window, watching the city below come alive in waves of color and sound. It was hard to believe how much had changed. Since her arrival, a silent drift no longer hung heavy over the people. Instead, there was laughter, music, and a glowing energy that filled every corner. Maya felt a deep sense of pride and hope. But she knew this was only the beginning of a longer journey. Seraphine entered the room, her violet skin glowing softly. The people are waking, she said. Your human spirit has given us a new path. Maya smiled. Your world has so much light, only helped guide it. Tomorrow, we will hold the Festival of Light, a celebration of our renewed hope. I want you to be the guest of honor. Maya nodded, feeling honored. Thank you. The next day, the city sparkled like never before. Azrilians gathered. In the Grand Plaza, their colors radiant with excitement. The Festival of Light was a tradition to honor life and connection, but this year it held new meaning, a symbol of the healing they had achieved together. Maya walked among the crowd, with Seraphine noticing the joyful faces, the glowing petals of the flowers, and the melodies that filled the air. People shared stories, danced, and created art that shimmered with emotion as Maya watched. She saw a young Azrilian approach her. His skin glowed bright green, the color of friendship and growth. Dr. Trent, he said softly, thank you. You have given us something precious, the courage to feel again. Maya's heart warmed. Thank you for trusting me. During the festival, Maya was invited to speak. She stood on a platform of crystal, looking out at the sea of shining faces. Azrilia is a world of incredible beauty and wisdom, Maya began. But every world, every people, face challenges. Sometimes the hardest battles are not with enemies, but within ourselves. The silent drift was a quiet enemy, one that took away your feelings and your light. She paused, feeling the weight of the moment. But together, we have found a new way. A way where feelings are shared, where creativity and chaos bring healing, and where friendship between very different people can change the future. The crowd responded with waves of glowing light, her colors bright and joyful. Later, in a quiet garden, Seraphine and Maya sat together, watching the stars begin to shine. Your world and mine are different, Seraphine said softly, but this friendship has shown us that difference is a strength. Maya nodded. I never imagined I would find a second home among the stars. Seraphine smiled. I never imagined I would learn so much from a human. They sat in silence, feeling the gentle pulse of life around them. But as the festival ended, Maya received a message from Earth. The transmission was urgent, her work there was needed. There were problems at home that required her knowledge and heart. Maya's smile faded for a moment. She had come so far on Azrilia, but her place was also on Earth. Seraphine sensed the change. You must go, Maya. Your heart belongs to both worlds now. Maya nodded. I will return someday. Azrilia will always be part of me. They embraced a glowing bond of friendship and hope. As Maya prepared to leave, the people of Azrilia gathered to say goodbye. Their colors shone brighter than ever, filled with gratitude and promise. Thank you, Seraphine said to Maya. You have saved us in ways no one else could. Maya smiled through tears. You saved yourselves. I only helped light the way. Spaceship lifted off, carrying Maya through the stars back to Earth. As she looked back at the glowing planet, she felt a deep peace. Azrilia was no longer a distant world full of silence. It was alive, vibrant, and full of hope. Thanks to the courage of one human and one alien princess who believed in the power of friendship and change,